Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll talk about for loops. So previously we have been talking about conditional statements like if else and others, and we have also seen about other core JavaScript concepts. So for those who have not seen my previous videos, I will recommend you all to please go back and check my previous videos for more details on JavaScript concepts. And also for those who are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. So this video is more focused on for loop. In this session, we'll cover the particular content that is shown on the screen right now. That is, what is a for loop? Why do we need a for loop? So why exactly it's a need for having a loop statement? Then we'll see about the syntax of having a for loop. We'll write our first loop using JavaScript. And then we'll see how to iterate forward and backward using JavaScript. And then we'll see how to break for loop in JavaScript. We'll also see some other details like how to use for loop in an array, how to use for loop like a normal statement. Let's move on to Visual Studio Code. So what exactly is a for loop and why do we need it? Let's take a real-time example. So let's say you have a project which says, or let's say a dummy project which says to print a particular line on a console, let's say one time. So that is something like this. We'll say hello world. That's the first thing that we always write, right? So the program or the function says to print this particular line, let's say one time. So you can write this particular statement and print it, right? Now the requirement changes and the requirement change and it says like to print this statement 5 times. You can still do it, right? So anyways, you're copying the code. It's not a best practice to do it, but yes, you can still do it. Now let's say if the requirement again changes and they say print it 1000 times. So what do you feel? Printing this statement 1000 times, does it make sense to copy this code again and again and write it there? So for me, it is really a big pain and you cannot do it because it's not ethical actually. It's not good to write these kind of statements in your code. So this is a very basic example, right? So we are printing only one line of code, but in a real type project, you have multiple lines of codes, not only print statement, calculation logics and other stuff that you do on a day-to-day basis, which has to be repeated n number of times. So that becomes a very difficult task for any of the programmer to do it, right? You cannot write single line of code for each of these statements. So for this purpose only, there was a need to have a loop statement. We have many types of loop in JavaScript, like other languages, that is for loop, while loop, do while loop. So we'll not talk about while loop and do while loop in this particular video. We'll talk about for loop only. So I think now it is clear why we need a for loop or a loop statement in any language, for that say, not even in JavaScript. So let's start about how to write a particular for loop. So I'll just copy the statement over here. So this is a statement that I believe we should all know before we go into writing the basic code or the code how to use a for loop. So this is the syntax for a particular for loop. The first one is initial value for counter. Second one is condition and third one is increment. In this particular video, we are talking about increment only. We can do other stuffs also, so no need to get confused on that. So we'll talk about increment and decrement in this video. But about other logics we'll cover in other videos, so don't need to worry about that. So what exactly initial value of a counter means? So let's say I want to print the statement 5 times, right? So for this, I want to print it 5 number of times. So in this case, I want the counter to be initialized and set at a value, let's say 1. And now I want to print it 5 times. So it should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means the condition should say continue this particular loop until this particular value is less than or equal to 5, and in the increment you're incrementing this particular counter by 1. So that's all about the statement. So I'll just show you an example. I will first copy this and comment it over here. Let's initialize a value. I will say initial value, you can give any value. I said initial value 1, then I say initial value is less than equal to 5, let's say, and initial value plus plus and something like this. So what we are doing here is we are initializing a value to 1 and we are saying increment this particular counter till we have a condition that is this satisfied. So we are saying here execute this particular loop where initial value is 1 till this condition is satisfied and increment this particular counter. So let's say when the first loop will start, this value will be 1. It will check, okay, 1 is less than equal to 5. Yes, it is. It will go inside the loop, do the execution from the body. It will come outside the loop, it will increment the counter to 2, then it will again check, okay, if the condition is less than 5, yes, it is less than 5, so it will keep on doing this particular statement n number of times till this condition is satisfied. After this condition it will just execute or exit the particular loop and will come out. So I'll just show you that. I'll save this. I'll go to the browser and refresh this. You can see it is repeating 5 number of times over here, hello world statement. That's good, and it is working fine. So this is a basic or the first example of for loop, and this is how you can use a for loop in your statement. So this is also a way of iterating this loop in your forward direction. So it's going from 1 to 5. If you see, the initial value is from 1 and it is going till 5. Now what if I want to execute it in a backward direction? So what to do for that? So I'll just do one thing. I'll copy this particular code from here and I will comment this code. Come down here, I will say backward direction, and I will say something in other way now. So we are doing it on the opposite side, right? We are iterating from the last size or the last value to the first value. So I'll say initial value is 5 till it is less than equal to, or it is greater than or equal to 5, and initialize minus minus. I'll just run this code. So I'll go to my browser and I will hit refresh. You can see, yes, it is printing till 6 because we have given till 0. I'll go back here. I'll refresh this. You can see it is printing now till 5. So what we're doing here is, like, we are saying we have initialized a value which is not 0, not 1, it is 5, and I want to decrement this, right? So I'm saying keep the value and keep on decreasing it by 1, that is minus minus, and check the condition if it is greater than equal to 1. So this is a way of doing a backward direction iteration in a for loop. Now let's talk about something else, that is how to use arrays in your for loop. So I'll just quickly create one array here, close it, go down here, and I will say, let's say an array. I will say array, the name of the array is sample array, and something like this. I will say, or I will create an array of, let's say, numbers. I will say 3, 5, something like this. I hope it is clear to you all. So now I want to print this particular elements of this array. So till now we have not done something like this in the previous session using any loop. So I will just do one thing. I will go here. I will again initialize a value. I will say array variable and I will give it as 0. I will say array variable, if it is less than equal to this, minus 1 and plus plus. I will explain that, so no need to worry about that, and I will give a console.log. We'll go inside and we'll say sample array variable and save it. Now I'll go to the browser and see the output, and then I will explain this. If you go here, you can see it is displaying the entire array, that is 1, 3, 5, 7, 6, whatever we have given here, and that's it. So now what we're doing here is, so we have this particular array, and we all know we can iterate an array using an index. So I am starting a value which is, let's say, a value which holds the index. So it will start from 0, as we all know. The index of array starts from 0. If you're not clear on this, please go and check my previous videos on why exactly we need index to start from 0. That's up to you. And then we are iterating it and till the length minus 1. So if you all know, the length of array is always, or I will say the index of array of the last element is always length of an array minus 1, and then we are incrementing this. So that's it. So that's why we have done, we are starting from the index 0 going till length minus 1, that is the length of this particular array minus 1, and we are incrementing the particular index operator, and we are printing it. So this is an example of a forward approach for an array. Let's try to do the same thing for our backward operation. So just to give you more idea on this. So I will talk about this also. So again, the same thing. Now we will declare the last limit that we shown over here, that was 5. Here we are starting from the index value, that is the last value. I will say the variable or the index will be, the last index will be length minus 1. So it will be something like this, and I will say till it is greater than equal to 0, and we will decrement this. I'll go to the browser again, refresh the browser, and yes, it says some error is there. Okay, so I have not commented this particular code, really sorry. Go to the browser, and yes, you can see now it is printing on the backward direction, and yes, it is totally fine. So that's all about having a backward iteration in an for loop. Now let's talk about one more statement or one more keyword that's called break. So what if I want to break this particular for loop when the index or this particular value is equal to let's say 5. I want to just break it. So now let's see what is the statement now or the output. I'll go to the console, refresh, and you can see now the output has been reduced. So now what is happening? I am saying in this particular statement, I start the for loop, but check if the array variable is equal to 5. If it is equal to 5, then break it. So how it will start? So as of now, the length of this particular array, I believe, is 9. Yes, so it will start from 9 minus 1, that is 8. So it will print 8, 7, 6, 5, and when it is 5, it will come here, it will check, okay, if it is 5, then break it. So after the 5th, that is, I believe, the 8th one, it will not display anything. Yeah, so that's what is shown over here. That's all about break statement. You can use the break statement in while loop also and do while also. We'll talk about that in another video. Also, you can use the same thing in your forward example also over here as well as over here and here. So that's all about our arrays, the introduction of an array in JavaScript. So thanks a lot for watching my videos. Please like, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thank you. Bye-bye.